show is brought to you by the Black Business School, the number one black wealth institution on earth. To learn how to invest in the stock market for free, please visit firstshareofstock.com. That's firstshareofstock.com. And that link is at the top line of the description box. You got my personal recommendation on that. Firstshareofstock.com.
You're not gonna rob yourself, and if you can invest into yourself and be your own boss, then you wouldn't get robbed. The only reason why people allow themselves to get robbed is because they don't got the funds to start from the beginning. So that's why you need record deals. That's why you need to sign to these management companies and all of this shit, because you don't got enough money to actually do it on your own. Rappers don't got enough money to get in the studio and get these features and have jury to look the part and drive around in foreigns and do all of this stuff. They don't know how to get to it and they can't figure that part out. So that's what they need these record labels for. But once these record labels give you that, then they got you in contract. But once we could figure out how to get our own bags and start figuring out how to get our own investors, then it wouldn't be no way for us to get robbed because we wouldn't be in contracts with the same people.
Right. Now I heard you talking. I don't know if a lot of people know, but you said it numerous times that you actually tried to sign Meek Mill, a long time ago. Talk about that, and then talk about Meek Mill coming out about a month or so ago. Him having himself having problems with his label. Is that like kind of what you're talking about? Like after all this time, it's like he said he ain't saying this, he ain't saying that. So if you could expound on those two things, that'd be great.
Um, Say the first one more time. Excuse me.
Yeah, you
Say the first question.
yeah, you back in the day, you tried to sign Meek Mill, he declined, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I had a situation. It's like when I first got split, when I first split from the majors and I started to go independent,
Mm-hmm.
and I had an independent deal, and um I was gonna give him an independent situation to keep doing what he was doing on the streets, but get more of an audience.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a stepping stone before he signed to a major because I know he was planning on doing that soon, but it ain't necessarily work out. You know what I mean? But I was just showing love to meet a dude from my city. You know what I mean? And I was in the business way before me, so I had a lot more information, and I knew a lot because I already been through them budgets before. Already put out projects and know how the game go. So you know what I mean? I was just trying to show him the independent format from that time, something that I was on at that time. So it ain't necessarily work out, but business ain't fair. So you see what me going through now. Like in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
when you first signing them contracts and they investing in you and you got radio budgets and you go from being a hood nigga to being a celebrity and everybody know you. There's so much going on that you blinded to the fact that the paperwork and the contracts and the situation ain't right. You just so excited to be in the predicament you in. But after you in that predicament for a minute, you in that situation, you know what it's like to be a star, you comfortable with it, then you start wanting to know where my money at. And once
Mm-hmm.
they start letting you know that you don't got no money coming in and you actually owe us money, then that's when you start asking questions. You start asking managers, lawyers, it start getting weird. And I seen it a million times. I just know stuff like that be happening. So you know what I mean? I definitely spoke about that, not just with Meek, but with all of these rappers. I be trying to let them know that those are the type of things that come along with the game. And they will invest in you in the beginning, especially when you coming in off the strength of somebody. Like if it's somebody signing you, like you got somebody vouching for you that they already doing business with and making a lot of money with. You can get a an issue like you know what I'm saying, support and it seems like it's super lit, but after a while you gotta figure out how to do that shit on your own. And once they take the support from behind you, you still gotta show up the same way. And that's difficult to do, especially if you ain't been learning that whole time. So that's why after a few albums you see a bunch of artists, no matter how much albums they sold, or how many times you heard them on the radio, or how big you thought they was, you still see people going through these same situations because that's how the game set up for it to be. And if it wasn't set up like that, then these artists and these creatives would get so big and so financially stable that they wouldn't need these majors no more. So why would the labels want to set it up for them to get eliminated? They want to set it up for them to be there and they kids and they kids' kids and they that hold this shit down for generations to come. So in order to do that, you got to set it up like how it's set up.
Break down how an artist can, at the end of their contract or somewhere throughout their contract, end up owing the label money.
Now, most of the time, it's always going to be like that. They always going to find the way that you in the red and you owe money. The money that's spending out, the money that you spending is like you're not even aware of the money that's getting spent. So they'll let you know and show you the paperwork and show you the receipts of the money that's been spent. But you didn't know. It's not like you had to approve of it or they had a meeting or asked you how the money was being spent. They just do it and then let you know how they spent it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they make you pay back money is not fair. It's not like on the streets, like, you know what I'm saying? You give somebody a pack, they grind a plaque, they get this, and you get this. It's not like that. It's like complicated with how you gotta pay them back. And that's the reason why people stay in the red no matter how much record you sell. People not aware that the more records you sell, the more money have to be invested into you. So now we got the digital sales, but even back in the day, if you wanted to sell 1,000,000 records, you had to get 1,000,000 records printed up. So if my record was costing $2.50 to get printed up for one record, then I needed 2.5 million copies. I mean, $2.5 million to get 1,000,000 copies printed up. I need $2.5 million. So in order to go platinum, I would need 2.5 million just to invest in albums alone, not
Dang,
to
that's
include
true.
recording budgets, not to include my features, my
Mm-hmm.
promo tour, my cars, my clothes, my videos. I'm just talking about just on albums alone. I
Mm-hmm.
would need that type of money to invest in album sales. Who got that type of money? Nobody don't got it. So, you know what I mean? That's the reason why it's like a lot of money required up front for you to be able to put into these projects to make them work. And I lost my thought. Where was we at?
Nah, that
I
was
lost my
crazy. You
thought.
talking about how the artist can end up being in the red with the industry, and you were talking about the
Oh
CD.
yeah. So that's the reason how you always stay in the red, no matter how much record you sell, because it costs a lot to get records printed up. It costs a lot to get played on the radio. People think when they hear artists on the radio that the artist rich, like the radio just paying the artist, and every time I hear your song on the radio, you getting paid. They don't realize like it's budgets required for you to hear them artists on the radio like that.
Right.
And there's radio budgets required, there's marketing and promotion budgets required. There's like a lot of budgets required to make an artist win. And it's all required at the same time. So you got bills to pay. And people be taking them advances and not realizing that you got to pay them advances back too.
Mm-hmm.
So when all that come back around, people be in the hole, they be in the red. And it's not like we it's not like all the money that's made um off your project, we just break that down and you pay us back out of that. No, we get 100% of what we get. You get whatever you supposed to get, and you still gotta pay us back out of what you get.
Mm.
Like
Man.
we don't gotta break down what we get. We get 100% of what we get. You get what you get, but you gotta pay us back out of what you get.
Damn.
So that's always gonna make you kind of be in the red. It's like, yo, if I give you 100 pack and I say, yo, I want $80 out this 100 pack, you could keep 20. You know what I'm saying? But the work for the pack cost me overall, it cost me $30 or something. The 100 pack cost me $30. So now you make $20 off the 100 pack, but you still gotta pay me $30 for what I paid for the work back. But how are you gonna pay me $30 back when you only made $20?
Mm-hmm.
That means you in the red. You owe more than you made.
Yeah.
So it's like no matter how many 100 packs you sell, no matter how many, you could be selling more than anybody. You could have it, coming. But no matter how many you sell, you still gonna have to give 80 back, and then you still gotta pay for the work. It's like an unfair type of deal.
That's crazy.
Man. Now, Rick Ross, he said something. He spoke up and pretty much said it ain't me. It's Atlantic Records. What is Rick Ross sitting this? Because if I'm not mistaken, he took Meek Mill to the label, what I mean, to get the deal as like a MMG / Atlantic Records deal. So is Rick Ross, in your opinion, did he notice, or was he kind of ignorant to the game as well?
I think all of the artists be ignorant at some point in time. So, some artists be ignorant in the beginning of the career. And as time passed, they start to learn the business and learn what's going on and
Mhm.
realize that the business is set up for you to fail. It's like I can't win no matter how many records I sell. So then they realize, how did the people win that came before them? Or how is these record label owners winning? And that's off um taking little percentages off a lot of people. So then they start following the same procedure as the people over top of them that they complain about. In order to get rich, you got to follow the same format, the same procedure. So they start doing the same thing, and they start signing a bunch of artists,
Mm.
and that's how you able to get some type of money. You start to see the people that you seen like they up or got some type of success is never off of just they record sales. Like they could have went diamond and sold all these money, and it's never off just they record sales. It always come after they sign artists, and then they rob them artists, and then it's like it's a process. That's how I got it. That's how this shit go for,
Wow.
money to be made. So um I don't know exactly about Meek and Ross situation. I don't know how they shit structured and worked out, but I know that's how it go. And I know at one point in time, like when you first signed and you first down with a team, it just seemed like everybody biological brother and sister, like they love each other to death and they had never split apart. But
Right.
this a business, man. Niggas ain't really connected to niggas, man. Niggas trying to make the best decision for themselves and they brand. So
Right.
they cool with niggas for a period of time as long as it need to last, and then niggas keep it moving. You've seen it happen a billion times, like what I'm saying, with like everybody in the industry. They be with somebody in the beginning, then they don't. It's like that's how that shit go. So um just the next generation that's coming up just need to take it as a learning experience and just know that's how it goes. So when you're doing business with people, make sure you keep it business and not cross business with personal. Because there's too many niggas that's coming from the street that only look at everything as for real. And do something, I'm from the street, all this shit is real. So they
Mhm.
take that same mentality to the industry and not realizing that all this shit is fake. So when they
Mm.
realize it all fake, that's how they get fucked up. So it's either they get violent, they get on drugs, they get depressed, they get it's like a lot of shit people go through when they start learning this shit. But
Yeah.
y'all gotta see this how this shit always been. So you gotta learn from the people that came before you to learn how to do better business. And it's not that it's not better business is not possible, and it's not like you can't do better business. You can. You just gotta learn the business and learn how to do it, and make sure you do it like that, and then better business can be done. So with people learning more and growing from the people that came before us, we should see better business getting done, and better business getting done, and better business getting done as far as we keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying?